Okay, can you guys hear me now? The mic was not plugged in, so I just plugged it in. Hopefully it actually worked. Let me know. I'm seeing the things moving now on my sound bars that I have. I think it's working. Yay! Thank you guys. Nothing wanted to work. I'd been away from all of this stuff and my cats unplugged my mic somehow, so that's always great. But anyways, back to it. So, happy Tarot Tuesday. I was out last week because my husband's grandmother passed away. They lived in Virginia. She lived in Virginia. All of his family lives there. So, out in Smithfield, Virginia. So we were out there, for all the, funeral stuff and helping his family, supporting his dad and his grandpa and all that, fun stuff. So, but it was really good to see everybody. We had a really good time. Thank you. She was definitely loved by a lot of people. I guarantee you I probably met and hugged, so I'm sure I have COVID. I hugged at least like 300 people while we were there. I mean, there was a lot of people and a lot of people wanted to pay their respects. So, yeah, if I don't have COVID after this, I'm never gonna get it. But it was good. I'm glad that we got down there. Hopefully we plan on getting down there for the girls' spring break in March, because I mean, it'd been 2 years since we'd seen her, so we don't want to let it be another 2 years before we see everyone else. So we're going down there for spring break to see Brent's grandpa. He's still doing good, and his aunts and uncles and dad and everybody. So we're gonna have a fun time. It's gonna be good seeing family. So I hope everyone had a good week off, and try not to spill my water. My usual 1 through 10 tonight, and then Elizabeth and Amber. That is me in the blue. I can barely read that. I will get you guys your solo readings, and anyone else that wants to join in, just let me know in the comments. I'm so excited because I got over 100 subscribers now. So now my YouTube channel, when you want to go to it, it's not just youtube.com/a bunch of numbers and letters. It's youtube.com/her head in the stars. I'm so excited. So I've been wanting that for a little bit, and I'm glad that I got over that hump. I don't know how I got over that hump, because like last time I checked, like 3-4 weeks ago, I was at like 20 something followers, subscribers, whatever you want to call them. So I'm really glad that I got over the 100 hump. I'm going to be doing some more videos, getting back into the groove of things, doing some more videos. I hope you guys liked the introduction to tarot video that I made. I think my next one, I think I said in that video, my next one's going to be protection, just to kind of give you guys a foundation to build off of, and then, because even if you're not into like witchcraft or like doing spells and stuff like that, you still want a solid protection, like a way to protect yourself. So I think that's going to be my next one. Enrolled in school, small part-time jobs, slowly things are picking up for me. Me and Elizabeth are doing great. I got my veil. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Oh, I'm so happy, Amber. I'm so glad that things are starting to look up for you. My cats are chasing each other right now. I'm so glad, because it was a rough time for you for a while, so I'm really glad that things are looking up. All right, so 1 through 10. And then I'll do solo readings. I don't feel like I shuffled very good. Sometimes I'm just like, it didn't shuffle enough, and I just sit here and shuffle for freaking days. Okay. Number 1, Seven of Swords. Oh, let me switch. There you go. Seven of Swords. And it's in reverse. So, Seven of Swords, all about like a trickster, someone with ulterior motives, someone who is doing you wrong. With it being in reverse, it could be that someone doesn't quite mean to be doing something wrong to you, but they are. So it's going to really come as a surprise. So just make sure that you're listening to their side of things before you act on it. If you find out that there's some sort of like wrongdoing on the side, just make sure that you listen to both sides, because sometimes it might seem like they're doing something wrong to be mean or maliciously, but they don't mean to be. So just make sure that you don't overreact to it. My aunt left to Mexico, so Elizabeth has been staying here, and we've gotten closer. My dad and her are getting closer too. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. Oh, Sparky, she'll be back. Oh, that's so cute. Number 2 is Eight of Chalices. It's time to start leaving some things behind, letting things go so that you can move on to the next step. Sometimes it's really hard to leave things behind. And Eight of Chalices kind of helps us know that leaving those things behind is for the better. They're weighing you down or holding you back. So letting those things go is going to help you move on and help make a better situation for you. Number 3 is the Moon. And this is a major arcana card, so make sure you pay attention to this one. So the Moon is all about your intuition, obviously. So make sure that you're listening to your intuition. But in the Moon card, it's all about lighting things in the shadows. So when it's dark outside and the moon is out, if the moon's not shining light on anything, then you're not really sure what's going to happen or what's around you. So the moon or your intuition kind of sheds light on things that might be in the dark or in the shadows. So make sure that you're listening to it. Make sure you're paying attention to it. Number 4 is Two of Wands. All about planning and preparing for things. It's gonna be another one of those nights. Almost always is. Planning and preparing for things. And the moon is in this tarot card, so make sure you're paying attention to your intuition, listening to that. But like she's looking out into the mountains, knowing with her head held high, like I'm on the right path. I'm preparing for this. I know I can handle it. Go into it with that confidence of knowing that you can handle it because you're getting ready for it and you're preparing yourself for it. So keep that confidence. Number 5, I see 3 of Pentacles. Number 5, 3 of Pentacles is in reverse. So 3 of Pentacles, all about building that foundation for things to come. So where 2 of Wands is kind of preparing for things, 3s are usually like putting those things into action and getting things ready. This one pertaining more to like a sturdy foundation for the things that you're trying to accomplish. Pentacles being all about like the success and wealth and all that kind of stuff. So with it being in reverse, it kind of means that you're stuck. You're not, you might be rushing through things and you might not have a sturdy foundation to stand on. So make sure that you take the time to stop and build that foundation and prepare for things and really make sure that you're ready for it before you move on to the next step, and don't just rush through it and try to get it done. Number 6 is Knight of Pentacles. So another pentacle, another success type of card. But knights are all about having everything that you need to be prepared for it. Like having everything already in place. You already have the strength to be able to handle it. You have all the things that you need to be able to handle it, and you're going into it. And it's all about kind of like that nobility and responsibility that a knight has. And Pentacles being all about like wealth and health and success. So the things that you're trying to accomplish in life, you definitely have everything that you need for it. So make sure that you take on that energy of just kind of like being like, okay, I can totally do this. I can fight these beasts or these monsters or whatever I'm getting ready to face because I have that knight energy. Number 7. Where I can count, you guys. Number 7 is 9 of Pentacles, or 9 of Chalices. Wow. I can read too. So 9 of Chalices is all about kind of taking a breather. You're on the path to really good things. Chalices is a lot about emotions that you might be dealing with. So take a moment to just kind of like appreciate things around you, appreciate the relationships that you have, the people around you that support you, and then just the emotional stability that you might have right now, or in the days to come. Just make sure that you take a breather and appreciate the things as you continue to move on and keep going, because 9 is not quite at that completed stage of the circle or the cycle. It's just kind of where you just kind of take a breather and be like, okay, I'm really accomplishing things. Things are really starting to go good for me. I'm going to take a breather and appreciate that and then keep going. Keep at it. Number 8 is 5 of Swords in reverse. So 5 of Swords, all about like this chaos and drama going on, and you need to kind of like take a break. Goodness gracious, I can never talk, you guys. So I don't know if you can tell in this picture, I'll turn her upright, but they are all kind of fighting, and then one guy's like, oh, look, a butterfly, I'm gonna kind of steer away. So it's all about like this drama and stuff going on, and you're kind of needing to focus away from it and steer away from the drama. Something's stopping you from doing that. Make sure that you just stay out of the drama. Drama is never a good thing to be in. So if you find yourself being caught up in that drama, just kind of pull yourself away, because it's never good. It's never good to get into that. 7 of Chalices is all about things like not being as they first seem. Like I don't even know how to say this. Like, don't judge a book by its cover. Like, the first impression that you get from something is not always as it seems. With it being in reverse, you're definitely kind of blind to it. Make sure that you are listening to your intuition and you're kind of really acknowledging what's around you and seeing things for what they're worth, because sometimes we can be kind of tricked. I never like seeing the sun in reverse. So number 10, it's the sun in reverse. So sun's all about happiness, oozing happiness and joy and really good things. But with it being in reverse, you're stopping yourself from feeling that happiness. So you might have really good positive things around you right now, and you're kind of focusing on the negative. Start focusing on that positive, kind of get yourself out of that rut, because that happiness is there. You just kind of have to focus on it. And sometimes you might need to work a little bit harder to realize that happiness. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes that happiness is all around you and you don't really realize it because you're kind of focusing on the bad things. Just kind of focus on the more positive things, positivity, positive vibes. If I say positive one more time. Do you ever get into those grooves where like you start saying a word and you just say it over and over and over, and then you realize that you're saying it and you're like, why am I saying this so many times? That's me. Almost all the time. All right. So, Amber was here first, and then Elizabeth. Okay, so Amber got some good things going on. Let's see what the cards have to say. How you doing, Luna? Come here. My newest kitty, Luna. She's so sweet. She's all white. So Freya's all black and has like, every once in a while there's a white hair somewhere in there. Kind of like speckled throughout her fur. You can't really see it unless you're really looking up close. Luna is all white. And she's got some black fur. Kind of speckled throughout. You say hi? What are you doing? She's like rolling around on my table. You sweet girl. You sweet girl. Sweet girl. Yeah. Yeah. She's just a purring too. She's so sweet. She's still a little bit skittish, so I worry that like the people that had her before weren't so nice. Yeah. Super, super sweet. We just got her on New Year's Day. My husband kept saying no, 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 no to more cats, and I convinced him because she's really sweet. She's been a mom before. She's almost 2. She'll be 2 in March. And she's been a mom. She's had kittens, but she's still so tiny. So tiny. She's like half the size of Freya. But she's the sweetest little thing. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's like, I don't know what the hell you're doing with those cards. You gonna hang out? She's looking at my TV too, where she can see herself. Yeah. Hi, baby. All right. Amber, sick all week with the flu. Ugh, yuck. That's no fun. She's got cat hair all over. I don't know why I let them up here. Go on, baby. All right, Amber. 5 of chalices. You're having a hard time letting things go. There might be some things that you might need to let go of. And chalices, usually this is like emotions. So regrets, things that you're hanging on to, might be time to just kind of let them go. And it might be really hard to let them go, but you kind of are at this point now where it's like you kind of need to let them go to kind of move on. 5 of Wands. It's all about that drama and the chaos. Ten of Swords. So I know that you've got a ton of like really good things going on right now. It might be that something's kind of holding you back from fully moving forward and having that really good positive experience, like really experiencing it and being present in the happiness and the good times. There might be some sort of like drama, chaos, fight, argument going on around you, whether that's people around you or it might even be inside yourself. Finally grieving and have been depressed and sad. Finally letting yourself like feel that. I feel like this card is really saying like let that go, let yourself move through that. Don't push it aside. Don't be like, no, I don't want to feel this way. Make sure that you let yourself process it. And that honestly, I feel like that fight's like more inside you, like this like constant like, should I be happy, should I be grieving? no one ever really knows, like, okay, is it time to stop grieving and be more happy now? Like, I just went through that, and it's really tough sometimes to like know the appropriate amount of time that you're supposed to go without being happy until you can actually be happy again. The Ten of Swords, all about kind of like failure and defeat, but it's upside down. So it might be that you're holding yourself back and you're causing the failure and defeat kind of feelings. So with you moving forward from everything, make sure that you're letting yourself grieve and you're letting some things go. Don't hold on too much to like regrets that you might be feeling with your mom or with any other situations. And make sure that you're not allowing those, like, that constant like fight inside you to kind of like, you're not really sure what to feel. Make sure that you just kind of like let yourself go through that grieving process, if that makes sense. And I think that if you Page of Swords in reverse, so Page of Swords is about like taking a leap of faith, and being in reverse, it's more like you're kind of holding yourself back from being able to take that leap of faith, something stopping you from just taking the full dive into it. Never good in school, scared of failing college. That's why I'm kind of like, why even try? Well, you have support around you for sure. I feel like if you're I don't feel like that card's for you. Yeah, you're kind of like struggling through this, and there's so much like stuck energy. Almost all these cards are upside down. So much stuck energy, and I feel like all that stuck energy is kind of you not letting things go. You've got to let those things go, and you got to let yourself grieve, and you've got to let yourself go through those feelings, so that there's closure, so that you can feel like, okay, I've felt all that I can about this. Now I can be happy about the next chapter. And that Nine of Wands kind of pushing through the thick of things, and knowing that someone's got your back. Someone in the universe, whether it's guardian angel, God, just the universe in general. Someone's got your back when you're pushing through those tough times. Got to make a decision and listen to your intuition with that decision. That moon in the background. Emotions of like, what if I outgrow Elizabeth and have different mentality later on? Amanda and Elizabeth is scared of losing me, and it's like I'm completely stuck. You know, honestly, no one ever knows like if you're going to outgrow somebody. And that's the scary thing about marriage and serious relationships. You're never really sure like how long it's going to last. But the advice that I like to give when people like aren't really sure is just enjoy it while you have it. If you constantly worry like, oh, it might not work out, okay, well, you might get hit by a bus tomorrow and it wouldn't have worked out anyway. You know, like all these things could happen, and if we worry so much about all the bad things that could happen, we don't get to enjoy the good things while we have them. So you know, don't worry about like, what if I outgrow her? What if she outgrows me? What if we don't stay together? What if we drift apart? Like, yeah, feel those things, because it's natural, it's human to worry about that kind of stuff, but live in the moment and live for that positivity and the good times while you have them, because even if it doesn't work out, you can still look back at the relationship and be like, I really enjoyed the time with her, and she really made an impact on my life, instead of looking back at the relationship and being like, well, if I enjoyed it more and I was more positive about it, maybe it would have worked. And then you get these regrets of like, maybe I didn't give it my all, or whatever the case may be. It's just, I'm going like way into it, but make sure that you are there and present and enjoying the good times and allowing yourself to grieve your mom and also be happy in the relationship with Elizabeth, because it sounds like a really good one. Just make sure that you give it your all and you're 100% into it, and it'll go where it goes, you know? Hopefully that makes sense. I've rambled on, I'm sorry. I feel bad when people worry about negative things that could happen, because I don't know where, I can't remember where I heard it, but it's like worrying is useless because it just makes you suffer twice. Because if you constantly worry about something, then you're suffering while you're worrying about it, and then when the bad thing happens. So you're double suffering for no reason, instead of just enjoying the good times until that bad thing happens. You know what I mean? Elizabeth, you want to love reading. Okay. All right, let's see here. Oh, all right. Love reading for Elizabeth. Okay, everything in reverse again. We got a lot of stuck energy. Yeah. Okay, so 3 chalice is all about letting your inner child out and having a good time. Fool, all about kind of starting a journey and not worrying about the risks, kind of going into it naive and not really like, oh no, what if this happens? What if this happens? Just jump into it fully, without worrying about the risks. And with these two in reverse, right next to each other, I feel like the inner child and the Fool kind of go together so well, because it's like when you're a child, you're not really worried about the risks. You just go and do stuff. And with them being in reverse, you're kind of not allowing yourself to do that. Make sure that you kind of let that innocence through and just kind of like jump into it fully. 3 of Wands, all about kind of having that preparation and working out the details and starting that foundation on things and starting the ball rolling on things. And it's stuck. So it could be that maybe you need to kind of think things through a little bit. But that Ace of Chalices is usually a new relationship, and it's in reverse. So it's kind of this stuck energy. And I feel like with these 3 things, if you get them right ways, then this will turn right way. So if you let your inner child out, if you kind of jump into it and not worry about the what if, and you just kind of go into it, without worrying about that risk, and then planning things and kind of getting the ball rolling and just kind of like putting your plans into action. You're going to have that new relationship that you're looking for, or if you're already in a relationship, it could be just kind of like that spark that you're looking for. The Hermit is in reverse. So many reverse cards tonight. Ugh. Lots of stuck energy. The Hermit being a major arcana card, kind of, you've got 2 major arcana cards, so it's really big things that are happening and they're stuck. And usually when it's a major arcana card that's stuck, it's because it's something that you kind of have to force to change. So the Hermit being someone who's secluded and keeping to themselves, could be that you're doing that and you shouldn't be. That's how I take the Hermit in reverse. It might mean a little bit different to you, but the Hermit being that secluded sense, like sometimes you do need to go off by yourself and look inward for the answers. But it being in reverse, I feel like it's saying like, now's not the time. You might be the Hermit and it's just not time for that. So maybe get out there a little bit, take that leap and just kind of go into it and let your inner child out. But still have those plans, just kind of like that foundation to stand on. And you'll get that new relationship or that new spark. Just make sure that you're not holding back and just kind of isolating yourself. And that could even be like, it could even be not physically isolating yourself, but emotionally isolating yourself. Sometimes we can put up those walls and not allow someone in, and that could be the hermit as well. Do you have time for meeting someone? It's Mercury retrograde too. Retrogrades, I feel like they're just kind of things where it makes it a little bit trickier, and you might have to work harder at things to make them work. I don't think that, like, where some people say, like, don't travel during Mercury retrograde. Gosh, I can't talk. Mercury retrograde, because this can happen and this can happen. I feel like it's just more of a time where you just need to be a little bit more aware and more alert to things. But King of Wands, Six of Chalices, and this again is another, like, being alone, and it being in reverse might just be like, might be time to where you need to open up and not be so secluded and so isolated. And like I said, that might not be just physical, it might be emotional too. You might be putting up some walls. But that King of Wands is this victory of inspiration and ideas and creativity and passion, and all that good stuff is coming. And the kings are usually where all of this is coming and just kind of falling into place for you. Do you have everything I do on retrograde I have to do over? Yeah. Any retrogrades that come up, I'm usually like, okay, what does this have to do with? Mercury is all about communication. So when you text someone, make sure you double check what that text says. Read over it again before you send it, because it might come across differently to somebody and it might cause some drama. Work emails to other people, the way you say things to certain people might be a little bit trickier for them to understand, because that retrograde kind of thrown things off. But I feel like when it comes to meeting a new person, especially if it's a relationship, I would just worry about if it's a Venus retrograde. Venus is all about love and relationships and beauty and art and all that kind of stuff. So if it's in a Venus retrograde, might not be the best time to meet somebody, but it doesn't mean that you can't meet anyone during that time. It's just more of like, it might be a little bit trickier to get that thing going or that relationship going. So, and I don't think there's any retrograde. Where is my phone? All the way on the other side of the room. Look up what retrogrades are going on. If you're looking to meet someone, I would say, if it's a Venus retrograde, just be a little bit more aware. Just be a little bit more cautious, and just know that it might be a little bit harder to get a relationship going. It's not completely impossible. You just might have to work a little bit harder at it. Doing a new lease is a mess. Yes, I have heard that, like, leases and agreements and contracts can be really tough during the almost a retrograde. Mercury retrograde. Good Lord, I can't talk. I can never talk. They can be tough too. I would say, when it comes to the love, though, definitely don't hold back. Just kind of like let things loose and just kind of see where it goes. If it takes you into something fun and not super serious, then just kind of enjoy the ride and learn from any experiences that you do have. Yeah, Mercury retrogrades get a pretty bad rap. And I feel like everyone's like, oh, it's Mercury retrograde, let's not do anything at all. And it's like, just be a little bit more aware. That's all. You are very welcome. So, I think my next video is going to be about protection. I have no clue when I'm going to make it. Probably this weekend, but I can't make any promises. I'm going to try to do like every other week I'll put out a video. Last week was pretty hectic because of traveling and the funeral and everything. So this week I'm still trying to like catch up with work and everything else, and maybe this weekend I'll do another video. I'll try to set aside some time. I'm not going to make a super long video. A protection video shouldn't be super long. It'll just be like why you need protection, and then like my ways of how I protect myself and people I love and all that. So that'll be fun. I think for right now I'm just gonna be doing those videos and Tarot Tuesdays, just getting those videos up so I have some static content where it's not all those live videos. And then I'll see kind of where that goes. I might start doing a little bit more. I was thinking about doing like Reiki healing, like sessions of Reiki healing, and then posting them, like a Reiki healing for back pain or anxiety or needing to sleep, or you know, random things that I can think of that people would need Reiki for, and I can do a Reiki healing video for those different aspects. I've seen those on YouTube and they're actually really good. So I'm gonna try to pick a little from here and there and do something like that. If you guys are interested in finding somebody that does really good Reiki, until I do it, of course. No, but if you want someone that's really good at it, there's a girl that I watch called Tip of the Moon. I think is what her name is, Tip of the Moon. She is awesome, like really good. She does some really good Reiki videos. She uses crystals and ASMR and all that kind of stuff. She's really good. I like her a lot. So if you want somebody else to watch, definitely go there. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm always really bad at these goodbyes. Like I never know how to just kind of shut up. So, I will see you guys next Tuesday for Tarot Tuesday. I hope that you guys have a great week. Bye.